Hey guys, Mr. Sherrill here. Just want to kind of get us going. Those that are ready to keep moving on, I'm going to keep you going. Yesterday you finished doing at least lessons 1 through 10 of the additional time writings. That's important because it gives me a baseline of where you're at in terms of your typing Guam, grammatical words assessed per minute. So, what we're moving on to next is much like the example that you worked on, where I wanted to see what you know how to do. We're going to go through the actual book now, and those books are going to be located in the back of the room on the shelf. You kind of go on those each day you're working, um, and you'll go from there. Okay. What page you're going to work on is going to be page WD2. Now, with this book, you're going to notice on the side there's colors. All right. The word chapter that we're in is blue. That's what the WD stands for. Word, WD, page 2. And it says creating and formatting and editing Word documents with pictures. So everything we do this unit is going to be dealing with editing pictures on a Word document. So the first one's dealing with a flyer, but majority of it is getting comfortable with putting documents together, including pictures, and editing them. Okay. When you're going through the book, all I ever want you to worry about, I'll just kind of show you another example. When you're doing this book, you're going to see red bullet points, and then you're going to see sections that don't have red bullet points. All I want you to worry about is the red bullet points, okay? So like on this one, really the page you're going to start is going to be page WD6. That's where it really gets you going. And what it says bullet point number 1. I read the blue font at the top where it says to type text. So on page WD6, blue font says to type text. Bullet point number 1, type the word found dog. Well, I'll type the word found dog. All right, and then there's going to be a picture to kind of make sure I'm in the general layout. Something I got to know is that this up here is called the ribbon. This whole section up at the top. These right here are called tabs, okay? These little words right here where you see font, paragraph, styles, editing, those are groups. These little tiny buttons right here are, they're the more button, or they pop out that group, okay? And look, if you highlight it, it kind of gives you an example of what it's going to look like, okay? So those are groups. These are the tabs. This whole thing is the ribbon. It's going to look a little different because the book is older than our program we got. It's kind of lucky on that part. But you're going to see parts where it's going to say, if this tab is not open, click on it. Well, like right now, I have the home tab selected. Now I have the insert, design, page layout, references, mailings, review, view, developer, etc. Okay? So that is kind of the layout, all right? What you see on mine, I have a ruler up. Okay, to get your ruler up, you're going to go to View, Ruler. View Ruler. That pops it up. Now, they got all these other things on here. I wouldn't do all that crap. Just make sure you got ruler up. Okay? And we'll continue on. So this next part is I'm going to hit Enter. And what we're going to do now is called Display Formatting Marks. I'm on page WD7. Under the Home tab, paragraph group, I'm going to look for the Display Show Hide Formatting Marks. Okay? That's this button. What that does, it shows me things. It shows me that little thing right there means start of a new paragraph or where I hit Enter. These little dots mean space. The little arrows mean tab. If sometimes you hit Shift and Enter, it makes it so that it goes on the next line, but that's a little arrow that shows up when you hit Shift and Enter. Usually you don't see that one that very much, okay? All right, we're going to continue on here. We're going to, on page WD7, but at the bottom, to insert a blank line, press the Enter key to insert another blank line. Well, I'm going to do that. We're going to word wrap now. So to word wrap text as you type the sentence, adorable, loving, friendly, well-behaved dog found early Friday morning, June 1, wandering on the bike trail at Pilcher Park in Hampton Township. Hey, look at that, and those misspelled words. So basically this whole flyer is about, we found a dog in a park. We are trying to create a flyer that is getting people's attention, like, hey, I found your dog. It was wandering around biting people. That kind of thing, okay? Moving on, page WD9. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to type the next word, tan color with patches. Turn the page. There's no other red bullet points. Moving on. Oh, let's see if I spelled the wrong patches wrong. I sure did. That's what page WD10 wants us to do. Let's get used to seeing that right there. That's not a bad thing, okay? Now, I did this word up here different on purpose. This is saying the word is misspelled. This is saying it's grammatically incorrect. Now, why do you think that is? I hope you're thinking right now. Lots of thinking. Keep thinking. You got it? Sure? Oh, yes. It is because the L is capitalized. It shouldn't be capitalized. It's simple. Now this one, I'm not a good speller, but thank goodness Word helps. I want the word paces. No. Patches. I think so. Peaches. Poaches. Parches. No, we want patches. Okay. Page W10 just shows us how to autocorrect. Okay. The next thing is we're going to go to page WD11. We're going to enter more text. So press the end key to move to the end of the line. Well, I'm blinking at the end. How do I know that? My insertion point is blinking. Now, that's at the beginning of the line. This is the middle of the line. So to get to the end, I just hit the end key, and it takes me there. On my laptop, it's right above my numeric keyboard. On yours, it's going to be right above your arrow keys in that little group of 6 buttons. All right, so after this, we're going to type in the words of white on his chest, and hit enter. Male, adult, Cocker Spaniel, press enter. Green and silver collar with the name Bailey on it. Oh, I forgot a comma on the tag, and I'm going to put on it. Hit enter. If this is your dog, call 555-1029. All right. Now, what's cool, at the bottom of page 11, it says navigate a document. This is something new that I'm going to kind of go away from. I usually tell you guys to worry about the red bullet points, but at the bottom of page WD11, it has that table at the bottom. It shows you how to move around without using your mouse. And we're going to be doing that actually a lot. So take a look at that. It might help you out. So I'm on page WD12. Now this is very important. This is what I want you guys to all get used to. This will be actually a part of your grade if you do not do this right. When we save, we're going to go File, Save As. I always click on Computer. I hit Browse. I'm going to scroll down to Computer, and I'm going to look for my number. My number is actually this right here. Yours will be your letter. I'm going to double click, and I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to name it Mr. Cheryl period, whatever period in, okay? Okay, and then for your file name, which is right here, get used to always doing the assignment name first, underscore your name, okay? So for this one, I'm going to do Word Chapter 1 walkthrough. And that's what we're doing. The main pages that we work on are called walkthroughs. And hit save. Okay. Move on to page WD13. No red bullet points. Turn the page. Now we're into page WD14. Okay. This is where I'm going to leave you guys, and you're going to go through and you're actually going to take the document and make it look like a flyer. Okay. Hey guys, so what I have up on my screen, I'm going to bang it here, and I'm going to zoom out on this one. What you see here is what we started up to get to page 13. This is called the unformatted version of a flyer. Things I want to point out. This section right here is the headline. These right here is like the body of the flyer, and the very last line is called the signature line. Okay. Inside this area is where we're going to insert the pictures. Now, for this, guys, I'm going to put the pictures in what's called the distribution folder. Okay. For you guys, you have to go to Insert, Picture, and then you would click on Computer, and you're going to see where it'll say Student Shared. Okay. You click on that, and then you'll see a folder just like this. You hit Snyder, Distribution, and then the class that we're in. Okay, I'm just going to go to period 2. Nope, wrong one. Nope, false. There we go. So, there we go. You're going to go to period 2, and it should say spring semester. I don't know why it says fall. Fall, and then we're in Word Chapter 1. And now you see all these pictures. Here's the problem. You don't really know what they are. You see the labels. You can probably figure out. For this flyer, we're using dog 1, dog 2. But I'll show you a little trick. There's a couple things you can do to help yourself out. Up here, you click on this arrow. You can choose large icons, and it shows you the pictures. Problem with that is if you've got a lot of pictures in a folder, it takes forever to load. The next thing I like to do is I go back to where it's details. Then I like to choose this one, this button right here. It allows me to see a preview, so I can click on it and it shows me. This does not make it so it loads that long. So those are the 2 pictures I need. Okay, so I'm going to put them in. They're not going to be formatted, but I'm going to put them in. What you'll end up doing with this chapter is there's a certain size they want these pictures to be. Oh. I'm guessing right now exactly where they are. I think that's about right. But that is, in a nutshell, what you guys will do for this chapter. Okay. If you run any questions or concerns, let me know. But bottom line, you're going through using the book. Okay. If you have questions, raise your hand. When you get to a point, it asks for a specific color or a specific theme. I'm trying to find it. Like on page WD19, it's going to ask you to pick a specific thing. And they'll use words such as like white, gradient, outline, accent 1, text effect. Those are specific things. If you look at what the book wants you to do, they're just telling you to pick a certain text effect. Okay. I don't really care about colors. You should be able to find certain things, but the colors, I'm not really caring about. Like if you didn't want to shade this brown and you wanted to shade it orange or a lighter brown or a gray, I'm fine with that. As long as you're getting to the section where it talks about that. As long as this is all uppercase. If you don't want the glow to be, I don't know, peach, that's fine. But as long as it's glow that certain way and it has this picture effect where it's tilted. This font needs to be size 22. This right here, this font needs to be 22, bullet pointed. This font right here needs to be colored and it needs to be 28. That phone number, which I'm going to move this up, needs to be underlined. Alright, the word Bailey needs to be the font color change, which is right here. Those little things that when you're walking through this first chapter you're gonna run into. Okay, once you're done with all of chapter 1, what I'm gonna have you guys do is actually do what are called in the labs. Okay, when you get in the book, in the labs, it will literally say in the lab, not apply your knowledge, not make it right, all that. No, you're doing the 3 that say in the lab. It'll say in the lab 1, in the lab 2, and so forth. Okay, you're going to do those first. After you're done with that, You will turn them in on Edmodo. These are, I consider them summative grades. They're your quizzes. You know ahead of time what you're getting into. You have the instructions on them. So the reason why anybody should get a low grade in my class. So bottom line, that's what we're doing. We're getting the flyers, which will lead us into Photoshop, and then we should have some good times. All right. Do you have any questions? I'm your man. This guy, 2 thumbs right here. Well, now it's 2 fingers, and actually, it gets weird. It's just weird now. So good luck. Go get them, Tigers. See ya. Peace.